Welcome to Six's Overdrive today, everybody. You know what? The number one question I get asked about my XSR 900, which we're gonna get to riding here right away, is what is the fuel range on it? Because it's got quite a small tank, 14 liters to be exact. So as you saw in the title, that I can get 300 kilometers out of a tank of gas on the XSR 900. And if you stay tuned to after the introduction, I'm gonna show you how we can do it. But first, I've got to go get some permits. I got to do some work here in the car. After that, we'll get on the bike and we'll show you where I'm at already from the bike trip I did yesterday and show you how you can get 300 kilometers to a tank of gas on the XSR 900. All right, guys. So guys, I know a thing about gas mileage. I mean, after all, let's face it, my other car is a Prius. Let me explain just a little bit of how you can get 300 kilometers to a tank of gas. As you can see right now, my bike has gone on reserve, and this is a thing that really scares a lot of people about the XSR 900. Whenever you park this bike, it seems to drop a notch. There's 4 notches on the gauge and it drops one almost every time you park it. But if you're going down the highway, it stays good. But the calculation is this. If you can keep your bike at 4.6 liters per 100K for the whole tank, that means you'll get 300 kilometers out of it. All right? It's a 14 liter tank, 4.6 liters per 100 kilometers. So 3 times 4.6 will get you right into that sweet point. So in order to do that, how are we going to know? How are we going to keep that average at 4.6? Well, let me show you some things. First of all, I'm going to show you, I have got 290 some kilometers on that and over 40 some kilometers on reserve. You'll notice here that the odometer, when I clicked it on, was reading at 210 kilometers and change. All right, we're gonna go fill up the tank and just show you exactly how much gas we can put in this now, because it'll only be 11 or 12 liters because, like I said, we parked and went, and this was on a ride I did yesterday. I'll also show you the average speed I was doing to achieve this. So it's not like you have to go under a speed limit or anything to do this. I'm gonna actually show you my GPS and what speed we were going on throughout that whole 210 kilometers. All right? So let's show you that a little. So guys, this is my Garmin GPS. One of the things I'm gonna start out by saying is any motorcycle that you buy, basically anyone that I've ever owned, is 8 or 9% out on the speedometer. So in other words, it reads slower than what you're actually going, which means it also shows more miles than you're actually putting on. This is my stats from what I got out of this GPS. All right, I'm just gonna turn it on to my trip computer. And we did 193.9 kilometers yesterday. Our maximum speed was 175 kilometers per hour. Our moving average was 107 kilometers an hour, and that includes me stopping for about 5 minutes because there was road construction. The overall average was over 90 kilometers an hour. That includes fill-ups and everything else when I started this GPS. We stopped for 19 minutes. Moving time was 1 hour 49 and a total time of 2:09. You can see it, it's all right there in black and white. Now, that just tells you that when I was achieving the gas mileage that I was getting, I was doing it at a pretty good clip. Most of the time my speedometer on my motorcycle was reading 130 kilometers an hour or more. We weren't holding up traffic or anything like that. Nobody was getting mad. Matter of fact, we were passing just about, the only reason we get anybody mad is because we were flying by them. So that's the way it was going yesterday with with me getting under 4.6 liters per 100K, and I'll show you that on my odometer as well. First thing I want to talk about is riding position. And first of all, before I even start, let me tell you right now that this is not a safety video. If you are feeling uncomfortable with anything I'm doing, because a lot of it involves taking your hand off the grips, by all means don't do it. Do the simpler version where you just hold on to the handlebars. I use a product called a GoCruise, which is just a little lock. It's almost like a plumbing wrench, and you just slide it over the brake. When you're accelerating, you push it down, and when you want to take it off, you just move your throttle. It doesn't even feel like it's on. It doesn't hinder you in any way from trying to make an emergency stop, except for the fact that your hands are off the handlebars. That is not a safe way. They don't teach you that in driver's school, guys. But I do it anyway, because I get bored. The streets and roads are long here and straight. The key is to tuck down. You can literally change your speed by over 15 kilometers an hour by just going in the tuck position. So that's over 10%. That saves you 10% on your fuel economy. So if you're looking at 4.5 liters per 100 kilometers or 4.8, like I did after both in-town and out-of-town riding, you know, now you're over 5 liters per 100 kilometers, and you're not going to get 300 kilometers by driving over 5 liters per 100 kilometers. Remember, our goal is 4.6. To that end, let's get our helmet on and show you how we actually achieve 4.6 liters per 100 kilometers. And I'll put the helmet cam on so you can see what's going on.
Whew, it's hot out today. Yes, I'm squidding. Comment below if you're mad at me. Get your opinions out there. But we are going to go fill up with gas. Like I told you on the video, we're going to check out just how much we've used for fuel. Okay guys, let's show you what this works. We'll get up to highway speed, and then I'm gonna let her buck and show you how we do this. So the first thing we need, let me close my visor so you're not winded out. Let's get up to about the speed limit here, and then we're gonna click this down. Watch my thumb right here. Boom. Alright, now we set that up. Next thing we set up, I'm going to move this little camera right here facing the dash. As you can see that we're doing 112, and it's at 4.5, and we're still accelerating. Now this is the instant economy. This is what you're going to have to watch to see just how good a gas mileage you're getting. When we're decelerating, of course, there's not very much to it. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set it at 4.3 for y'all. Okay, we'll just click it about right there. That feels like 4.3. I've got a lot of experience at this. That's way low. That's 3.3, so we're gonna slide it up a little bit. And we are at 3.8, which makes sense because we're going really slow right now. Now we're picking up. Watch us go to about 4.3 or 4.4, so 4.7. Well, that's 4.7, and we're going quite fast. We're going 110 kilometers per hour. All right? 4.8. Let's dial it back because we're really starting to race ahead, and we're breaking the speed limit by quite a bit here. Speed limit on this part is not quite that fast. So now we're settled down at 4.2 liters. You notice we're doing 109 kilometers an hour, 108. Now we're going uphill a bit. I'm going to show you how when I cross my hands over and duck down like this, I'll move this camera up a little bit. And now when we tuck down, we're going up that same hill, but you notice we start accelerating like crazy. And this isn't actually that uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, I find it more comfortable. You're leaning like you would to watch TV. It doesn't hurt your back as much, your butt. It actually gives you a nice option for cruising down the highway. It's very comfortable. At least I find it that way. It's not hard on your wrists. It saves you a lot. As far as fatigue goes on the highway, your neck feels way better. And look at the speed you get, and look at the gas mileage we're getting. Right there, guys, 4.2 liters per 100K. And we could cruise all day like that. I'll look at this thing here, see if we can see it. I'm not sure if it'll be clear enough, but currently right now we're doing 106 kilometers an hour. If I duck down, that's gonna speed up again, right? Oh, now it's pouring rain. Lovely, I'm turning around. Let's go fill up with gas. Woo! Hard stop somebody coming up behind. You don't want to get smoked. Let's go, baby! Okay, let's set our Go Cruise. Now we'll go fill up with gas. And just for the record, you've got about 50 kilometers on your reserve. I've got over 40 out of mine. And if that's the case, right now we've got 23.9 kilometers on our reserve tank. It just switched to 24. You can see that right there. All right, and that gives us 234 that we've done on this tank, so I could have easily done 250, but I think that we're gonna find when we get to the gas station that we've only used 12 liters out of our 14 liters. Of course, if we're averaging 4.6, that means those 2 liters will give us at least an extra 50K, which would have brought our total up to 285.3. But just don't take my word for it. Let's actually go to that gas station and see what we can figure out. Alright guys, let's check just how much we can put in this bad boy. It's full out raining and I'm sitting here in my squid shorts right now. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Premium super clean. Alright, so we're going to fill it up starting now. Okay, right now it's 10.8. We're going to top it right up. Just so you know I'm not cheating. There it is, it's coming up. We're going to have a hard time getting 12. Can't get 12 out of it. So guys, we're between 50 and 60 kilometers left on that tank. That just goes to show you exactly how much we could have got out of a tank of gas. Now we reset everything back to original. You know, like I said before, being a Prius owner there, we average 4.8. Being a Prius owner really gets me on the cheap side of gas mileage, but I'm pretty sure I just saved a lot of you guys a lot of fuel mileage. That's pretty good. Well, with this rain coming down, I think we better go the regular housing route through town, because with a pair of shorts and a t-shirt doing highway speeds, that's gonna hurt. Well, it looks like the rain has stopped. I'm all fueled up, and no, it hasn't stopped, but at least it's sunny. Put down the visor. All right, let's zip through here a little bit. It's raining pretty good actually. So guys, there you go. That's how you get 300 kilometers out of an XSR 900. Everybody complains about the tank size, but on a bike like this, 300 kilometers is a lot, and you can easily get 200 out of it. So just plan your trips smartly. Make sure that you have a gas station within 200k every time. You can stretch it out to 250, no problem. I wouldn't shoot for 300 unless you start right from the start trying to get the good gas mileage like I showed you how to do today. This is Six's Overdrive. Remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe. So guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.